I'm Eric Singer, Gazette.com, and this is a conversation with Bill Nye, the Science Guy. Hello, Bill, and thanks for joining us.
Oh, yes, it's so good to be joined.
All right, Colorado Springs, Space Symposium. This is some exciting moments, exciting days for you.
Oh, yeah, Space Symposium is a big deal. I know it's a big deal for Colorado Springs. It brings in a lot of cash, right? But people from all over the world, like today, for example, there were 12 heads of space agencies on a stage, all comparing notes. And that's unusual, from all over the world.
Earlier, we got to speak with some of the people from Destination Imagination, which helps kids foster their love for science and math. And Bill Nye, the Science Guy, that must be near and dear to your heart. How do you get kids to really,
How do you not? There's two things, dinosaurs and space. So we're all about space here. And so you want to get to people before they're in fourth grade, before they're 11 years old. And that's what Imagination Station is all about. And then, of course, going into high school, you learn some upper math. That's great. But you really want to get people when they're young.
Speaking of which, when you were young, memorable moment to get you into science?
Well, I'm of a certain age. We had the space program. I mean, we had people going to the moon. And so everybody was caught up in it. You couldn't help it. And, that's why I went into physics and so on. But we have the same thing today, just in a different way. And that's what Space Symposium was part of that same, let's explore space, let's go farther and deeper into space.
You wanted to be an astronaut, and
yes.
You continue to go with NASA trying to apply. How is that going?
Oh, I don't apply anymore. I'm of a certain age. Also now, to be an astronaut, somebody shows up with a clipboard. So, Eric, how many PhDs do you have? Let me just go. The first is 100 to 300, 300 to 1,000. Yeah, and the kind of people that become astronauts are just out of hand.
Bill Nye, the Science Guy, one of my favorite shows, one of so many people's favorite shows. So tell me, what's next for you?
Next, well, I'm now the CEO of the Planetary Society. We advance space science and exploration, empowering citizens of the world to know the cosmos and our place within it. Elevator door closes. But we are working to get a mission or a spacecraft sent to Europa, where there's twice as much seawater as on the Earth. We very much want NASA especially to return samples of rock from the planet Mars. They had this going, they were going down this road, now they're kind of veering off the road. So we work to keep them on track. I guess that's a pun. And then I'm working on another book about climate change.
Speaking of which, a lot of folks for and against global warming. You're
you
talking
can't
about
be,
climate change? You're Bill Nye the Science
Guy.
Well,
it's just, you guys, I'm against gravity. Okay, well, fine. No, the scientific consensus on climate change is overwhelming. Just we have the fossil fuel industry in the United States especially has worked very hard to introduce this idea that scientific uncertainty, plus or minus such and such percent, is the same as doubt about the whole thing, as plus or minus 100%. And that's wrong. And it wouldn't matter, except there's going to be just a lot of upheaval. The coastal states are going to lose shoreline. Croplands are going to move north. The economy is going to move from the Midwest of the U.S. into Canada more. And then there's going to be trouble in the developing world where people do not have the resources or the highways or the construction companies to reconfigure their lives. It's going to be, the sooner we get to work, the better.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add to our viewers in Southern Colorado?
Well, support space exploration. There's a lot of space activity, a lot of space companies in Colorado, and they enrich your economy. So support them. Go to work there. Let's change the world.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. And that was a conversation with Bill Nye, the Science Guy. I'm Eric Singer, Gazette.com, here at the Broadmoor, and thank you again.
Thank you.